Mr. Miller, this young lady is your daughter. The gentleman is her boyfriend, and they have a child together, and it is your claim that you made a loan to them. You want it paid back.
You're correct.
They have a stupid counterclaim. They say it was a gift and some ridiculousness about emotional distress. How old are you, Miss Miller?
25.
How many children do you have?
1.
How old?
11 months.
Do you work?
Yeah.
For whom?
I'm a bartender.
How long have you been doing that?
About 8 months.
And what about you, Mr. Hughes? How old are you?
22.
And this is your only child?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Right now I'm working at, it's like a tire shop and service shop, but I
How
just
long
do
have you
tires.
been working there?
Not that long, maybe a month.
What did you do before that?
I worked at a warehouse.
For how long?
Like 4.5 years, I think.
You wanted to buy a house. You didn't have money for the down payment.
Yeah.
Who went to Mr. Miller to ask him for money?
Nobody.
You or your girlfriend?
Nobody went to him. He came with us to look at a house.
Well, you mean you just met in the street or someplace and said, think we're going to go look at a house today?
No.
Well, how did it come about?
I mean, we just told him about it, and he was like, okay, I would like to go.
So, who told him that you wanted to go and look at a house?
We both brought it up to him because we were in a bad spot, and we mentioned that we wanted to get a place of our own.
Had you been renting, or you been living with somebody else?
We were living with my mom.
And how long has it been since they've been together?
My parents?
Yes.
Years.
Okay. So you both went to your father and said, we'd like to get a place of our own. And
he offered to go with us to look at
And
places.
no, not offered. We'd like to get a place of our own. Now, there's a reason that you told him and not your mother. Mm-hmm. What was that reason?
Because he's got more money than my mom does, and he
That's
was a
just
contractor.
a second. Because he has more money. So when you told him you wanted a house of your own, you didn't go to your mother with whom you had been living, the two of you, and the baby, right? You went to your father because he had more money. That's what I'm saying to you. Do you understand what I'm saying, Mr. Hughes? At my age, you've seen every scenario. You know every story. There are very few stories under the sun. There are no three-headed rabbits. Do you understand?
I understand.
It's all the same. So you wanted a place of your own. You didn't have any money. Her mother wasn't an option. I assume your family wasn't an option.
May I say something? We weren't necessarily looking for money when we had asked him to come with us.
Did you have any money?
I had credit and enough money for that.
Just a second. I'm going to ask you, and then I'm going to make you go get it for me, which is a bank statement. How much money did you have?
I had money saved up. I had to give them bank statements.
Just a second. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm going to make you go get it. Now, at the time that he was going to look at this house with you that you ultimately bought, right? Because you had been looking. Is not an answer.
Yes, ma'am.
Better. How much money had you saved?
I had about a little under $1,000 saved just for a down payment.
So let's say you had $900 saved.
Yes, ma'am.
And how much money did you need? Because you had already looked at the house.
Yeah.
You had already looked at the house before he went to look at it with you.
Yes, ma'am. They told us that.
Yes, that's a yes. You had looked at this house before.
Yeah, online.
You had been at the house.
He came with us the
Yeah,
first
he came
time.
with us the first time we looked at the
looked.
house. Other than that, I'd seen it online.
And how much was the house?
$90,000.
Had you gone to a bank
Yes.
before you went to look for the house?
Yes.
And you spoke to them about your income? Who were you working for then?
Staples Distribution.
And you were still working as a bartender?
I didn't have a job at the time.